Hey, let's get to the bottom of why you lack emotional confidence. I'm going to give you 3 keys to overcoming your lack of emotional confidence at the end of this video, and stick around for my story of how I felt attacked by my in-laws and what I did to learn about my emotional confidence to deal with that situation. But first, what is emotional confidence? Well, emotional confidence is that capacity that you have to believe in your attributes, your skills, the things that you are doing to accomplish the goals or the dreams that you have set out in front of you. The tasks that you have at work, the roles that you have to fill as a friend, as a spouse, as a parent. These are the things that you have within you that you're like, I'm good at this. I know I can deliver here. That's emotional confidence. So do you understand your emotions? Do you know how you feel about yourself? Are you able to say, yeah, I feel all these things and this is impacting my emotional confidence? Sadly, our culture, in our Western culture, has made a great deal out of stopping certain uncomfortable emotions to be expressed in public or in association with friends. We say, oh, I don't want to see you cry. That's not good. Or I don't want to see you angry. Or these are certain emotions where it's like, that is not appropriate in the workplace. You can feel all of these things. You can feel anger. You can feel sadness. You can feel frustration, despair, whatever that negative emotion is that we kind of claim we don't want to feel. You get to feel that, and you should feel that. Don't let people tell you you shouldn't. How you express that emotion, that may be where you need to work, but you definitely should feel it. And when we begin to feel those emotions, we learn about ourselves and what we are going through, and that informs who we are to ourselves and builds confidence, in fact, as you begin to express and feel all the range of emotions. We break out of the confines of what I call living in the gray, where only the biggest emotions as they appear we're able to feel. The rest, well, we're just okay, plugging along each day. I'm not going to struggle. I'm not going to thrive. I'm just going to keep going along like a robot. We are not robots. We're emotional beings. We need to get out and feel what's going on in the full spectrum of what we have within us so that we can then act with confidence. So, if you are in fact feeling like, hey, I got some stuff to do, I need to build my confidence in this space, take action, get out of your comfort zone, build your capacity to feel comfortable in a space of discomfort. When we do that, it becomes easier to navigate the challenges that come our way, the things that we're unsure about that maybe cause us to step back and don't act in that moment. The practice of putting your space in where you're weak, places of discomfort, emotionally, physically, whatever it is, builds a template for you that says, oh, I'm struggling right now with these emotions. I know I can handle this. I know I can act with confidence because this is temporary. I know what I'm good at. And it allows you to act when others shut down in fear because you have confidence. So look in your life and consider where your emotional confidence shows up in your relationships with others, in the things that you're participating in, acting on, in your business, in every aspect of your life. And consider, am I confident with my status? If you aren't, well, here's 3 keys to overcoming that. If you are, well, maybe these 3 keys will help you when you hit a road bump that knocks you off your path and you feel like, I'm not doing so great. I'm not sure if I can pull this off. This is what I do to help myself keep my emotional confidence high. Mine tends to be high regardless of where I'm at. First of all, I have to believe in my own abilities, in what I'm practicing and what I'm doing. If I cannot own what my abilities are, my strengths, and just say, yeah, I'm good at this, your ability to act with confidence it's impossible. You have to actually believe. I have the capacity to do these things. I know my strengths. And it becomes even greater when you can say, I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. That gives you this confidence to say, I know where I'm missing and I know where I can hit. And so I'm going to get help here and I'm going to do these things. And it moves you into a place where you're like, I got this. I can do this. Know what your abilities are. Believe them. Then you need to find your inner strength. The reason we need to find our inner strength is we come across situations daily in our lives, weekly, monthly. We're always running into things that are going to check your sense of who you are, what you're about, make you question where you're at, and you have to have the strength to say, when you mess up, you make a mistake, you know what? I didn't do what I wanted to do today. I didn't show up the way I wanted to show up. It's okay. I know I can do better next time. I know that if I keep pushing away at this, I got this next time because I'm good here. And that was just an aberration. That moment of failure for me, well, I wasn't in my strongest spot and I'll do better and I know how to address it. That practice of self-compassion allows you to find your inner strength again when you fail. And we all will, and we all do, so practice it. It will lift you faster than beating yourself up for failing. It will make you stronger. It will build your capacity to live in zones of discomfort so that you can become capable under stress. Then, once you have done those things, you can take action on the thing that you believe. If you failed in that moment, you get to process it. That's your action, to rectify that behavior so that the next time you face it, you can do better. If you are scared to take action before walking into a space, you can run through this process. I got these strengths. I know I have not always delivered, but I know I can do it this time because I'm ready. Build yourself up and move. As you take action and you have iterations of success, your emotional confidence will increase. Take little steps. So I'm going to give you an example. I was actually at a speaking event where I was going to see some of my in-laws after my divorce. And my divorce was pretty combative and rough. And there was a lot of discontent on my spouse's side with what I had done. And I had done some significantly hard things in a relationship I had cheated on my spouse. And I had to own that. And I had to apologize to my in-laws. And there was other things that, they felt about me that were frustrating, I'm sure, for them to look at and think, this was our son-in-law. He was married to our daughter. And there were things being, said in the process of divorce that I didn't think represented what I was willing to own. And I met my in-laws at this space where I was feeling very uncomfortable already. And upon seeing them, there were some things that had happened leading up to that where I already felt attacked. I wasn't prepared to meet them with grace. And honestly, all I had wanted to do was when I met them was say, nice to meet you. They're good, kind people. I'm glad you're doing well. Just keep it calm and even. I didn't do that. I felt attacked. I felt like I was cornered. I felt like I was being judged. I had all of these things that were lighting me up and making me feel like I had no confidence because I wasn't offering myself compassion. I was seeing myself through a lens that I believed was held by them, and it was making me shrink in their presence. Without confidence, I diminished myself. And in the act of diminishing myself, I lashed out in frustration. And I said things about my situation that honestly were no point in being said because I was trying to defend who I was to people that weren't ready to hear that in that space at all, regardless of whether it was true or not, because we weren't there to do that. We were there to say hello and greet each other and be kind. And I wasn't. And I left, and I was so disappointed with how I had showed up because I had prepared, and I thought I was going to show up right, and I had gone through every scenario so that I could show up, and I knew it would be hard, but be solid. I didn't. I was emotionally weak. I didn't have confidence. I collapsed in that situation. And upon looking at it, I gave myself grace for failing. it was a deeply stressful situation for me. I sent an email out or a text to them and I apologized for my behavior, and they accepted it with grace. I felt better about the fact that I was able to then say, you know what? I've apologized, I've dealt with this, I am okay. I'm fine, it doesn't matter, and I let go of that lens that I felt I was being subjected to because I had found my confidence through offering myself compassion for my failure. I wanted to beat myself up for not doing what I should have done, for not being the guy I wanted to be in that situation. It was embarrassing, it was stupid. I shouldn't have done that, and I did. And I was able to forgive myself and rectify it to the best of my ability, which allowed me to learn from that situation so it won't happen next time, and I'll meet it with greater confidence and greater trust in my ability. That's emotional confidence. I hope you can find that for yourself by looking at my story of failure and find success when you meet challenges and keep that emotional confidence high. Thanks for watching. I'm James Burnham. Stick around for more if you want to watch another video.